Hey there, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. Tonight we are making a pasta bake. It's a pretty easy one. It's the pasta that's filled with goodies, and that doesn't take as long to cook as other pasta. We're going to put it all in a pan, put cheese on top and put it under the grill. So therefore, gave away the name of it, didn't I? It's called Cheats Sausage Pasta Bake. This is what we need. We also need a pot that we can boil our pasta in, and a frying pan to cook the sausages in. Once we remove the sausages, we will make the sauce in that same frying pan. So there shouldn't be as much washing up. You also need something that we can put it all in, to put the cheese on top, to put under the grill. Alright, come on in and I'll show you the ingredients. Alrighty, so here's what we got. Okay, first of all, we've got 8 lean Italian sausages from the butcher, 3 green onions thinly sliced, 2 garlic cloves crushed. They're not crushed yet, but they will be. 1 red capsicum finely chopped, 2 400-gram cans of diced tomatoes. They're the ones with the ring pull, so I don't need my can opener. 1/4 cup of shredded fresh basil leaves. It's a bit over 1/4 cup there, but that's fine. 625-gram packet of fresh spinach and ricotta agnolotti pasta. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong, pasta lovers. I love this sort of pasta. I call it pillow pasta because to me it's like a little pillow of goodness. That one's got spinach and ricotta in it. If you want to go a different flavour, just use the same amount, 625 grams, but just vary your filling. Finally, we're going to need 1 cup of reduced fat grated pizza cheese. I don't know if mine's reduced fat, but all I know is it is called pasta cheese and it's grated. So let's get to it. So I'm actually going to do this recipe where I'm going to be doing 2 things at once. It is called multitasking. When you work in a kitchen, you have to get used to doing this. So you need to spray your frying pan with some spray and then pop some oil in it. I'm using olive oil. And I'm going to get those on to cook first because I'm relying on them to be cooked before I can get on with the next step. So I'm going to get that going first. In the meantime, while that's warming up, I'm going to fill up my saucepan with water. Use cold water so that you're bringing it to the boil gradually. Now, I like to put a bit of salt in it as well, in the water. So we don't want too much. On the back of the pasta it said to use 2 litres. Yeah, that'll do. That's 2 litres, sure. I did not measure it, so I don't know. Okay. Actually, no. I keep this one near the side of the stove for if I do want salt. That's just rock salt. Nothing fancy. Alright. This should be hot enough. We're going to wait for the water to boil before we put the pasta in, but we should be good to go on the sausages. You can use any variation you want if you don't want these ones, but we're basically going to cook these and then we're going to cut them up. Alright, need a knife. Need a knife to cut them off. Alright, whack them in. Well, they are thin sausages. I normally used to always love having the same butcher's Moroccan lamb sausages. All right, they're cooking away. So while that's going on, we're going to bring the water to the boil for the pasta, and we're going to look for something to cook the pasta bake in. So I'll be right back. A cheats way to test to see if you've got a right size dish would be quite simply put your pasta in. Yes, it's going to swell, but that is the perfect size. So I've got this one ready. I'm going to spray this one when I'm ready to go. Sausages are cooking, so we're just going to keep turning them. We do want them to be cooked through, so that when we cut them up they are done. So don't be tempted to take them out after you've browned them on all sides. So grab a pair of tongs just for turning them over. If they start to get pretty hot, you might want to turn your temperature down as well. Being thin sausages at a high heat, they won't take as long to cook. If it's nice weather and you've got a barbecue going on, you might want to cook these the day before on the barbecue. You can cook them the day before anyway. Just merely having them warm means that when you put the whole dish in the oven means that they're going to be hot enough to go. You don't have to rely on them warming up, because when we put it in the oven, when I say the oven, I actually mean the grill. We're not cooking it, we're just melting the cheese. So that's why I'm saying make sure everything is cooked. Not like where I say, oh, you don't need to cook that, that's going in the oven. It's going to cook in the oven for an hour, because it's not cooking in the oven. It's grilling. And while, yes, it may get a little bit cooked, you can't guarantee that. So keep it hot and just keep turning them. Grab a plate ready for when they are cooked so that you can get them out. Let them cool a little bit so that when you slice them up, you're not going to burn your fingers off. Beautiful. Alright, I will be back when it's time to put the pasta in. Okay, these sausages are done. I will definitely find out if they're not when I cut them up. So I'm going to remove them to a plate so they can cool, so I can cut them up. So keep this pan sizzling. Alright, next up in this pan, we want the shallot. You need a stirring stick and turn the heat down. We don't need it this hot anymore. Frying pan is going to be fun to clean. There's a way to clean it. You do bicarb and water and it will lift it off. Okay, in goes that capsicum. And then all we do is we grab those cloves of garlic, because we're going to crush those out as well. Then we've got one more to go. Okay. Just going to get the other garlic clove. Alright, and the other one. Okay, so that is done. Give it a good stir. Alright. Check on your water. Not boiling yet. So now what we need to do, I'm going to turn it down even lower. And I'm going to grab the 2 tins of tomato. And in they go. Beautiful. Alright. That's how we cheat. That's our tomato sauce. I'm going to put just a little bit of water in these just to give them a bit of a rinse out. And don't stress about the fact that you're watering it down, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to bring it to the boil, and that will thicken it and it will boil that water off. Okay. Perfect. Alright, give that a final stir. Okay, that is looking good. Alright. So, we're nearly ready to put our pasta in. With the tomato sauce, we're only going to cook it for a few minutes. And then we're going to put the basil into it. We want to remove it from the heat then. So we're really making sure that we get this pasta water going. So we're nearly ready to put pasta water in. So in the pasta in the water. So in the meantime, I'm going to slice up the sausages while we let that gently boil. Okay, I'll be back when the pasta's ready to go in. Okay, now the pasta water's coming to the boil. In goes the pasta. You want that to cook for 4 minutes. And the sauce is just starting to come to a nice simmer now. So I'm going to add the basil and remove it from the heat. Come here. Add some pepper as well to the sauce, as much as you like. Just give that a final stir through. Alright. Just waiting on that pasta. And then we're ready to get it all into the dish and ready to go. Okay, the pasta are good to go. I'm going to turn them off, drain them, and then I'll get you come on over and we're going to toss it all together and get it ready to grill. Okay, so I have my favourite white dish. I love this dish because it's big enough for a lot of things and small enough to not be taking up a lot of room everywhere. So I always like to give it a spray. Doesn't tell me to, but I just automatically do that. Alright, toss in that pasta. Over the top of the pasta, you want to put the sausages, which you've sliced up. And then grab that sauce, which we've been holding aside while everything else was coming together. Oh, look at that. That is good. Got a little bit of scrubbing to do with the frying pan, but I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. Bit of hot water, bicarb, turn it on to boil. That will come off, but it's coming off now, so it's fine. Alright, I'm going to give that a stir. And then quite simply, all I need to do is put the cheese on the top, place it under the grill for 5 minutes, and we're ready to serve. This serves 4. Could probably even stretch it to 6 if you wanted to. Alright, look at that. We are supposed to toss it, but my theory is it's going to get tossed anyway when it gets eaten. But I'll do it. Just bring some of those pillowy goodnesses to the top and some sausages. There we go. Now it just doesn't look like pasta with stuff on top of it, I suppose. Alright. I keep my cheese in the freezer, so therefore cheese lumps. Okay, I'm going to turn my grill on. My grill takes forever to heat up, so all going well, I will have this ready soon. Well, I could smell something, and good news, my grill works really good now. That looks so good. Look at the top of that. Alright, leave it stand for about 5 minutes. Dish it up, serve it, enjoy it. And thank you for watching Cooking with Violet Vixen. This has been Cheats Sausage Pasta Bake. Dig in. Bye. Catch you next time.